This is Tim Bryce with my column titled, Hillary, 0 times 0 equals 0. Whenever the topic of voting for Hillary Clinton comes up, her supporters will not tout her presidential policies or plans, probably because they do not know what they are. Instead, you will hear such things as, it's her turn. And here I always thought it was about qualifications. Silly me. She has experience. Well, it is true she has held titles such as First Lady, Senator from New York, and Secretary of State, but what did she accomplish during this time? I must have missed the memo. She is a woman. Well, I didn't realize gender was a prerequisite. She'll carry Obama's legacy forward, along with $19 trillion of debt, a weak military, open borders, the Unaffordable Care Act, and much more. Not a convincing argument, if you ask me. She should be running on her own platform, not that of an unpopular president. Aside from proposed legislation, which may or may not come to fruition, there should only be two items to consider in formulating a voting decision: performance and credibility. In terms of performance, during the White House years, her big initiative was the Clinton health care plan, which failed to pass Congress, representing a major defeat. As senator, she served on a variety of committees. Following 9/11, she voted to support military action in both Afghanistan and Iraq. Domestically, she voted against President Bush's tax cut packages, which passed in spite of her objections. And during her second term, she voted against the 2007 troop surge in Iraq. It was under her watch as Secretary of State in 2011 when the Arab Spring began, which ignited political tensions and upset the balance of power in the Middle East. It also led to the Libyan civil war, where America was accused of leading from behind in deposing the Gaddafi dictatorship. Her career in the State Department essentially came to an end following 2012 9/11 attack on the American diplomatic mission in Benghazi, where 4 Americans were killed, including Ambassador Chris Stevens. So, in terms of accomplishments, she bats a 0. In terms of credibility, there have been numerous polls showing she is not trustworthy. An ABC Washington Post poll revealed less than 4 in 10 Democrats think of Mrs. Clinton as honest and trustworthy. And this is her own party. As Secretary of State, her credibility is marred by Benghazi and the ensuing email server scandal, a case which is still under investigation. For our younger readers, though, they should be reminded of the other scandals over the years, such as the Whitewater controversy, Madison Guarantee, Travelgate, Filegate, and the apparent suicide of White House counsel Vince Foster. All of this coupled with the president's Monica Lewinsky scandal, which led to his impeachment, left a dark cloud over the Clinton administration. Somehow, though, the Clintons always found a way to wiggle out of problems, which is why she can best be described as shady. This might attract the felon criminal vote the Democrats are eager to use, but not law-abiding citizens. So, in terms of credibility, she bats a 0. I haven't heard any imaginative ideas emanating from her camp other than to maintain President Obama's agenda. Surely women's rights is not all she has. So, what does she bring to the table other than a hunger for power? The reality is, Hillary is nothing but a symbol, not an effective manager. True Bill will be there to help her in making decisions, but she won't be able to stand on her own 2 feet. In the final analysis, Mrs. Clinton lacks both accomplishments and credibility, and from where I come from, 0 times 0 still equals 0. Friends, keep the faith. This is Tim Bryce in Palm Harbor, Florida. Follow me on the internet at timbryce.com.